I don't know what the hell to talk about. I stayed up all night. I have written a couple of things or notes on some rebuttals for the meaning of the 21st century, and also mathematical laws and principles for economics and also politics, when it comes to just real world trends and understanding the world system as a whole and the like. But I guess I'm here just to ramble and test out my video camera on my phone. Hopefully it's not complete and utter shit. Yeah. But anywho, kind of wanted to talk about the stuff that's been going on with Lacy Green in particular. The whole open dialogue thing between the SJW community and the Skeptic community, or the feminist and the anti-feminist communities. I've heard a couple of things about how previous friends of Lacy have basically called her out, saying that Lacy is basically just going on her own at this point and just taking advantage of a new potential way of like making more revenue. Let me try to say that better. Basically, the SJW community is criticizing Lacy Green by saying that basically she's just putting out like open dialogue for economic reasons, because she feels like it'll generate more views and she'll get more money off of it if she does this. I mean, it does make sense. When you have the entire SJW community as a whole basically on a downward momentum trend as a whole on YouTube. My video camera freezed up right there real quick. Basically, some people in that community, or this is part of any community, so if you have the entire community being basically put in the shitter through criticism and just general dislike from the entire frickin' planet, they're going to start suffering in a way financially. I mean, some of them, in particular in the SJW community, Anita Sarkeesian has made herself immune to this particular effect from the crowdfunding campaigns from her previous years, or like the multi-video series that she never fucking made and got like $100,000 fucking dollars. I can't remember the exact amount, but yeah, she has enough money stacked in her fucking bank account to last for years, as far as I know, and people are still kind of supporting her through Patreon or whatever. And I don't know of any other people in particular that are trying to compete against this downward momentum trend on YouTube for this particular community. But Lacy Green might have made this decision in part of realizing that by opening an open dialogue with the skeptic community, she would generate a lot more views. Yes, that has already generated a shit ton of views for pretty much the entire skeptic community, and also, well, actually no, it's for both communities, for the skepticism towards Lacy Green and also the acceptance of the skeptic community. And Lacy Green being in the middle of all this, I feel like she is the final breaking point for this downward momentum trend in order to just start going all the way down, in some way, shape, or form. It's definitely a major blow for the reputation of the social justice feminist community. And it could be in the long term a very, very bad, like a financial thing for them too. The economics are not going to work out in their situation, or it's either convert or die at this point, where basically they either have to also open up open dialogue, or they're going to burn. Bad. They're going to get burned. Not just socially, but financially. So, basically, Lacy has put the entire feminist and SJW community into a corner, with the entire skeptic community behind her, backing her, and saying, hey guys, if you guys want to survive on this platform, you're going to have some kind of discussion with us. And it's not just for the cultural war reasons, or YouTube reasons, or social reasons, or whatever. It's also due to financial reasons. There's a huge economic incentive for this entire thing. And, it's not just the economics. Obviously, Lacy Green has had some personal contact with the likes of Sargon of Akkad at the recent VidCon, and they made up and all that. And also, Armored Skeptic being very much open and accepting, and a lot of the other major YouTubers and the like, except for maybe some smaller channels. I can't name any specific ones, but yeah, let me think. I'm probably just going to cut this entire segment out right here. Sunrise. But yeah, so get back to the point. Lacy Green isn't just doing this for economic reasons, even though there are very strong economic incentives and financial incentives to do so. She is also coming to an understanding that even if she had not done this, someone else probably would, and they'll be getting the quote-unquote credit for starting this particular trend. So it's also because it's the whole self-realization thing. It's this particular thing that I've been thinking about for the past couple months, couple years, or my entire lifetime didn't exactly pan out in the way I wanted it to on a logical basis. It just didn't work out. I obviously misstepped in some way, shape, or form. I thought of something in a completely fucking backwards way. I pissed off way too many people in the worst possible way, probably for really good reason. Not saying that she had really good reason, but that there was really good reason that the people got pissed off, because whatever she was thinking was, I won't want to say bullshit, but just completely illogical and just not exactly part of the larger consensus of the population of the platform, and the world as a whole. And yeah, she realized that this ain't gonna work. The fact that she's the first to realize and think about this and actually think, you know what, maybe this is the best route to go, it shows just how much more willing and accepting this particular individual is capable of being, despite the fact that she hasn't exactly been so for the past couple of years. Whatever got to her on a personal level, I don't know if I should be glad or not, but you know what, I should be glad of it, because it's bringing together a large part of a very, very big platform that's basically been tearing each other to shreds, tearing itself to shreds for years, for the better part of a half a decade now. And, if there's been this issue with individual channels basically using the rhetoric of the other side in order to boost themselves without actually having any sort of open dialogue with the other side. And in that way, it can be very easily manipulated to video content, whatever, to fit with one side of the narrative or the other. There have been channels like that, and also it's very easy to have complete misinterpretations of people that of certain things that people say, and it just turns into a completely ugly battle since those people don't know how to explain the things that they are trying to think of in order to try to make an argument or a narrative point or something. And it's just been complete fuckery. So I feel like with the open dialogue between these two different, very different parts of this particular platform, you're going to have a lot more individual growth and also better learning potential on how to improve oneself and also others through open dialogue and the logics and the reasoning of the modernist age, not this postmodernist bullshit. So hopefully this all works out well. I'm just going to put this out there. I highly doubt it's going to get any kind of large viewing or commentary or whatever, but just I really do feel like this will make the entire community progress to a better place as a whole when it comes to content creation and political ideas and dialogue developing. For all I know, there could be some serious shit that comes up with this, and not bad, but really good stuff that people haven't thought of before. And we'll see. We shall see. Hopefully it's not the same bullshit that it's been for the past couple of years. It's the back and forth video bullshit. More live streams. Hell yeah. Let's do that. Just with the moderation stuff, the open platforming within the moderation, and people just constantly talking over each other and not being, or just jumping from one specific argument to another within just a 5-minute period and getting all convoluted between 6 different people isn't exactly very, I mean, it's a start, but it's not exactly the best way to do it. Maybe that's why people have been doing that whole video reply thing for years now, because they understand how fucked up that shit can get. But hopefully we can figure out a way to do that kind of thing, that reply with live streaming. And that should be a better economic and financial and social incentive for everybody, because if you figure that stuff out, or that thing out, you'll be getting a lot more views, a lot more money generation, and also a lot more people thinking about the things that these people are thinking about. And that will generate a lot more discussion and a lot more debate and a lot more progression towards a better political, ideological future. But, yeah. I guess I'm pretty much done at this point. I'm learning. I just sweat like a hog. It's terrible. I'm out.